My name is Elena and I work with participatory textile and environmental sculpture and installation. I work with people and communities. For me, the medium is really important. I try to look for something that comes from the local environment I'm working with. So I usually work with recycled material. I often use textile recycled material in my work, so because I basically use the techniques of textile like tapestry weaving or weaving with different kind of materials. So yes, I like recycled materials that can be transformed into something new through creation. So this project is a part of a bigger research I'm doing on paper, and for me as an artist I always consider paper as a very important material in my practice. But now I started to consider paper in a different way. I use paper mainly layering huge quantity to build sculptures. We cannot imagine the amount of waste we produce and the impact it has on the environment. So I think visually, if I present a pile of paper that is never changing, then it's very strong for people and it would make them understand better. All the material I found are material that were collected in Most, and both the paper that come from old documents or come from old books, and the furniture were collected around the house or by an open call to people that were asked to bring their old furniture. So all the material are local, and it was interesting for me to work with old books from a local shop that just gave them for free, and they were super interesting because the paper is really beautiful, and the way they are made, is very special. Sometimes also the paper, the kind of paper they use is really different. Some is more yellow or less, so it gives also a nice shade of color in the sculpture, I think. And of course there is the difference between these old books and the new documents that are really like white paper, new paper. I think working with recycled materials always challenge our ideas, and we have to be creative in finding new ways using the materials, but it's also very interesting because we don't use too much, but we can just modify what is already existing into something new, which I think is interesting. And I also like the idea that the artwork will change during the time of the exhibition, so that would be nice to see what become of them after 2 years.